on. I gotta make sure it's silent though.
Okay.
But we are live on YouTube and Instagram over here. I do this every Sunday. I got Amber Hansen and off-camera Kate also. And the camera's moving a lot.
I'm just moving this one so that you can see.
We're getting
Okay.
configured.
Yes.
Yeah, because
So-
this one's good.
Yep. We are in Texas right now. We're down in Dallas. And as I try to go live every Sunday, and being in Texas is no different. I wanted to hop on here. What's going on, Matt? How we doing? Matt Brooks. And just wanted to have Amber hop on as well. So,
Yeah.
you get it. We just, we come on here, we bench and bullshit. We talk about Bane.
Hi, Bane.
What's up, buddy?
We talk about Bane. That's what we do.
Cody Plum, what's up?
Cody.
And I wanted to tell Cody live, I wanted to say congrats again on your big bench coming off of your big break. So that's fucking awesome. So basically I just talk about kind of the training of the week, and then we just start answering questions live. This is kind of how we do it. So
I'm the peanut gallery, so I'm just here hanging out, crashing Jimmy's live.
I'm
So
not crashing anything. This is awesome. This is
we
great.
got cool pillows. Check that
Yeah,
out.
we're
The
really
other
cool.
one's across the room already.
I already threw it. So
Anyhow, so we got lots of people. Cool. Training for me was a little interrupted just because of coming down here for this trip. But we're down here working with Anderson Powerlifting. Yeah, right there. And we're doing a photo op with the new marketing team tomorrow. And so Kevin flew us down here, and all three of us, actually, Katie and Amber and myself. And I benched on Wednesday. Because I knew I couldn't bench this weekend like I normally do. So I took my single ply F8. I have low battery, Katie. This isn't going to work.
We just started.
This is why we didn't do it with
Hold
my
on.
phone.
Oh, my phone has 5%.
We're having technical
Maybe
shit
hold
pop
on,
up.
hold on. I'll figure it out.
She's going to figure
Keep
it out.
talking.
We'll keep
Jamie.
talking.
Keep talking.
So, I hit a small PR in the single ply F8 on Wednesday. Frickin' hit 800 for a set of 6. And that flimsy high school powerlifting.
Just keep talking. It's fine. It's
I don't
upside down.
think that's not going to work.
I don't know what to tell you.
Because now we're upside down.
Oh, fuck. Sorry, guys.
I'm nauseous.
Whee!
No, you're not going to be able to sit there. You
Bro,
can't
I can
sit
just
there.
chill like this.
You're not going to be able to sit there for
Are you
that.
in frame?
I am, but she's not.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
You're the best. You're the coolest
Look at
tripod
me.
I've
I'm
ever
so
seen in the
cool.
world.
You realize this is like an hour long usually.
I'll
Okay.
switch off.
What am I
Well,
supposed to do?
I wish we could get the iPad. If anybody knows, I don't know how different models of iPads, but we're trying to go live like this on Instagram on her iPad, but we can't figure it out. So if anybody has information on how to go live on an iPad, please tell me, because this isn't going to work for an hour, Sweet Pea.
Give me a second.
She's really close.
Ooh,
It's not
show a
gonna
dollar.
work.
Go get a roll of
Hold
toilet
on.
paper and put it on each
Here,
side.
you hold it. Just hold it up for a second. And I'm going to go get a roll of
Jesus
toilet paper.
Christ.
We're gonna make this work.
We'll make it work in a
everyone.
minute. Anyway, so, jeez. Let's see. Okay. While we figure that part out anyway, hang on, we got a good question here. Any tips for a beginner just starting to use a shirt? It felt good to a 3-bore, but a 2-bore was a bit harder. That's pretty normal. I mean,
Even beginners have trouble with that, so I would just say stick with it. Don't give up too soon, because a lot of people will get in a shirt and they'll be like, it's not doing what I want it to. I'm not performing how I want to, like,
Yeah.
immediately. It takes so much time. Like, I don't even feel proficient in it, and I've been doing it for a while.
yeah.
But, like, just give it time. Work on, like, breaking it in. Maybe get it a little wet.
Mhm.
That type of stuff.
Yep, you can't 3-bore to 2-bore if it feels that. I mean, going, you got to go full range in that thing too, and
Oh, shit. Sorry, guys. I will get this to work.
if it could just go sideways.
Ooh, we're
Kevin's
so
on
close.
there. Hey, Kevin.
Kevin!
It's going to be
Hi,
like, I
Kevin.
shouldn't have left you guys alone. I'm so sorry. Sorry. Hold on. Don't tell Kevin what we're propping this up with.
Oh yeah. We can't.
No.
That's close.
All right. Oh,
That's good enough.
Okay,
Good enough.
Fine, we'll be.
Nobody breathe near it.
Just don't touch the table. Don't touch the table. Okay.
Hire me for your live streaming needs.
Anyway, so there we go. That'll work. That'll work fine. Anyhow, so yeah, training in shirts, 3-board to 2-board. That's like a mile, but you still have like 3 more miles to go full range. You just gotta get that thing broken in. If it's too tight, if it's too new of material, then you'll have issues for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And Cody's got a
Hi,
long
Tim.
one. Oh, Tim McCain. What's going on, Tim? Let's see. Cody said, yeah. It is normal to have trouble touching on a ER bench for a big person. Wait, is it normal to have trouble touching on an ER bench for a big person? I had been touching at home easily, then today it was a total nightmare. So, well, yeah, so the ER, or just the combo racks, period, it changes your entire lower body position because they are closer to the ground. I can't, every time I bench on an ER rack and a meet, I've thrown weight over my head because it just changes the whole dynamic of the lift for me. But you have more experience on an ER rack than anybody. I don't have any. Like,
Yeah, for raw stuff, like it's fine. Totally good on the raw side of things. But once you start getting into a shirt and there's play in the rack with all those different moving parts, because it's also a squat rack. There's too many moving parts for my liking in an ER rack, and it does change things for me in equipment. But raw, no big deal.
Fuck's sake.
Why would you move it?
Because it fell. It started to fall. I had to try to tilt it back. This really is not going to work.
Give me your Gatorade.
What are you gonna do with-
Gatorade. Have you ever competed in a full power comp, Jimmy?
Me?
I know the answer to this.
I have. I hated it, which is why I don't do it anymore. No, Amber's not in it.
Well,
I'll get in there. I'll maneuver
There,
myself.
okay. That's, if we can leave it, okay, perfect. It started to fall and I was trying to fix it. It fucked up worse.
all right. It's because the iPad was shifting.
Okay. Full power. Sorry for being cockeyed. It's falling. It's not working.
I don't know. I have another plan. Do I?
Do we have any fucking tape? We'll just tape it to
No.
the damn iPad and prop it up that way.
You know,
Or everybody could go over to YouTube, because the YouTube is going just fine.
that's true. We won't be able to see ourselves, but that can work. That's great.
Is that fine?
Okay.
That's
and then
super.
just-
Or we're gonna have comments.
That's fine.
I can get it.
Okay.
Very gentle. It's like playing Jenga.
So back to the full. Now we're in a hotel. We have none of our normal supplies. We don't have tripods or anything like that. So we're doing what we can to get this thing working with the supplies we do have. Anyway, full power. I've done 4 full power meets in my entire career. I think 2 raw, 2 equipped, but I have not done that since 2013. She, on the other hand, has done full power a lot.
Full power forever.
Classic raw, full multiply, single ply?
No single ply full power. Single
Okay.
ply bench only.
There you go.
But yeah, all of it.
Yeah.
Every of the thing.
Not my favorite. Full power, to me, is no fun. I'm not going to do something I don't enjoy. I'm not going to fully commit to it if I don't enjoy it. So, no full power for me right now. If that answers your question.
You want another question?
Yeah.
All right. Have you ever used any other brands, Bench Daddy, Darkside, Mark Bell? If you have, what are your thoughts in comparison to the F8 Widowmaker?
Nope. I've stayed pretty. I stay very loyal to the Anderson line, and I only got into the band shirt side of things once Pharrell became an Anderson product. Once Anderson became the distributor for Rob, that's it. So I've never even like held a Bench Daddy before. I've seen the dark side stuff at the Arnold at Johnny Lick's booth. Never worn one, never held one. I've seen them in person. Everybody's at least, I think, used a Mark Bell slingshot at one point or another, but I've not ever like used one. So, nope, I have no need to. I'm good to go. Plus, I'm staying right here with with Anderson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Matt's asking about the Titan band shirt. I'm assuming the Gladiator. Because
No.
they're technically like, we could, like Anderson could, but we haven't.
No, someone mentioned a Titan band shirt yesterday at the meet. I don't
It's
know.
called the Gladiator. It's the one that
Tara Weber has.
uses.
Oh, that thing.
Yes.
Oh. So I know Tara Green Weber has one and uses it, but I don't know anything about it.
Yeah.
It looked like a
It looks like a ram.
Yeah.
That's sewn into a shirt.
Yeah,
It looks pretty cool.
I have no knowledge or experience with that at all. I just know that all we use is the F8 line, and that's it. That is it.
Yeah.
So you.
And then here's an Amber question. How has training at Elite FTS been? I'm sure it's badass, but it looks like you're totally kicking ass there.
Oh, yeah, it is so much fun. So much freaking fun. It's been really cool to be in that environment because they're like the amount of people there, the knowledge in all of their brains is just ridiculous. So, like the second that I start to think that I know some shit, I don't know anything about anything. And you get with those folks who have all of those like years of experience and they just teach you all these things. I'm just trying to like be as big of a sponge as I possibly can be there. Like Todd Brock has been absolutely amazing. Like he's been my training partner there essentially, and like training in the groups with Dave, benching, trying new equipment and stuff. It's been really cool. They're a great group of guys. I feel super safe there and also like challenged, which I like a lot.
That's good, like pushing you out of your comfort zone, but also knowing that you can do crazy shit.
Exactly.
Because you're safe.
That's
such
one
a
of
big difference.
one of the big reasons why I think my bench blew up so much when I got out there with you guys. Is guys, I just felt safe to do the things. And I'm like, yeah, Jimmy's not going to tell me to put something on the bar that he doesn't think that I can do or that he can't bail me out from.
Yeah.
So I'm like, let's send it.
Which I don't think I ever had to do. Honestly, I don't think you've ever
No,
missed a lift
no.
in my presence.
I don't think so.
Because you're also really good at knowing, like, well,
Auto
that's the
regulations.
top today.
Yeah.
Kevin
Key.
said the original Gladiator was a ram with a shirt attached. Good basic tool, but we no longer carry them.
Okay,
Ah.
that is some
Good
good
to know.
shirt information from our very good friend Kevin Pittman.
Kevin.
What else do we got?
We're all full on barbecue still.
Yeah.
Why do you prefer a super katana versus an evil twin?
Do you have any experience in Evil Twins?
Yes, I've worn an evil twin a couple of times, and I've worn a super katana a bunch of times. The evil twin just never really did it for me in terms of like, it just felt like it was a board shirt always. That's for
Okay.
me. But
Yep.
you have way more experience in both of them than I do.
I think Kevin actually had put it in really good terms that the Evil Twin has a lot of give, but little return, whereas the katana has almost no give, but it has a lot of return.
Yeah.
So you
I
got to
agree
pick
with that.
pick your poison. If you want to touch a shirt that's easy to touch with, Evil Twin, but you're not going to get a lot of carryover. You want something that's going to give you a lot of carryover, but it's a bitch to touch in. That's the asshole shirt that is the katana. That's why I prefer it. But I never competed with anything besides the band shirts. This last year, I've only competed in katanas. Now, at the very beginning, before I was an Anderson athlete, I had a 2-ply Karen Klein denim. But 95% of my competitive career has been all katanas. Yeah.
The only person I've ever met that like loves the evil twin that can make it work is
Rayanne.
Emma. Oh, Rayanne, yeah.
And because I think Jeff was trying to sell me on the evil twin, which it made a lot of sense. I just might not have given it enough time.
So that's what
That's
Emma
on
was
me.
saying, that like break it in. It feels like it's never gonna work, and then all of a sudden it just starts working. She's like, you almost need to like over break it in
Okay.
to make it do what it's supposed to do. And I was like,
Chrissy actually
patient.
benched in one of my old ones at this last meet north of the border, one of my training partners in Dayton, Ohio, and she did really well in it. Yeah.
And if you're just hopping on here, we're going benching, bullshitting with Amber Hansen as well, and then we got off-camera Kate, which is what she likes to go by, so she's off-camera.
That's what I like to go by.
She's misredacted.
Misredacted over here.
You're the one that's your name, that's what you said.
Yeah, it's catchy. It's fun.
What else do we got?
OCK.
It's better than. Did you watch last week's episode where they brought up the Jimmy Colb's BBC? I have
benching
gotten,
boot camp.
I've gotten
Yep.
so many requests. Like, can you please make those shirts? And I'm like, no.
No, not gonna happen.
The British Broadcasting Company.
Yeah.
Yep, that's it.
Yeah, nope. It got attention for a reason, and we're not
And I
doing
was
that.
sick last week, so every time I would start laughing, I would
Just
start
start
like
coughing.
coughing, and I was just, it was a.
And yeah, Travis McKinney. Hello, how you doing? Yeah, Greg
Oh,
Powell.
Yeah,
Greg Powell did. I think that's all
Yes,
he
that's
used.
like Greg's
Oh,
like,
yeah, that's
go-to
right.
shirt is the evil
He
twin,
did
yeah.
Last Man Standing in that
Yep.
last year at the Arnold. I
The
remember.
thing with Greg, here's a testament to how quickly those shirts stretch out. Every time Greg competed with one, he got a brand new one out of the bag at the competition and broke it in during warm-ups to use
That's
it on the platform.
Wild.
That doesn't
Greg is a superhuman.
make,
Wow.
yeah, I could not, no.
Would spook me.
I'd be pretty spooked.
I don't think they last as long. That's actually a true story. But the katana, the one I did,
Allegedly.
the one I used for my 1120, I got in November of 2020. I trained with it. Trained November, December, January. At the end of January, benched 1,050, and then in March 1,080, and then in June 1,120, and all the workouts in between. That's how long that shirt lasted. And I competed one more time in November, so it lasted over a year with no alterations. So katanas can, if broken in properly, can really last a long time.
But I don't think they're even making evil twin anymore, right?
No,
Nope.
they're not.
So like, if you have one, hang on to it.
Yeah, they're relics now. I mean,
Yeah.
I got a few. I'm not going to give them away, but I don't. Yeah.
I'm gonna turn it into a purse.
Purse. Yeah. Right.
There was a question.
Oh.
Okay, if the bench stalls halfway up, raw, what is that? Triceps?
Halfway.
Halfway. I mean, I would say back and. I mean, there's no way to pinpoint it without me being able to see
Nope.
it.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I'd say either upper back strength or your triceps are weak.
Or like it could be any. Or it could be leg drive. You might not be timing your leg drive properly.
Yeah.
Could be running out of air.
Yeah.
A lot
Or
of
even
things.
weird lats.
Yeah, a lot of things it could be.
I mean, something that you can do if it's stopping halfway, you can drill those like partial ranges of motion movements.
Like boards.
Like boards.
They're not just camera stands. They can actually be a valuable tool.
Yeah.
I wish I had a board to use as a camera stand tonight because
Yeah.
we had so much
Right.
trouble.
If we didn't have to have the phone plugged in, we would have less trouble. But
It's alright.
So-
If
But
that
this is a good
iPad
setup.
thing is
Yeah.
working though. So
Mhm.
like,
But
figured it out.
yeah, no, boards
Thin
are
black
perfect.
line.
You're weak in that halfway position. Put a board in there that meets that halfway position, and just hammer that part of the bench. That's what the boards are designed for.
Or I know you're not a big band guy, but that's helped a lot in a lot of my sticking points on raw anything, squat, bench, or deadlift, is the acceleration using those bands to push through. It gets tougher as you go, so
You have to-
the bar weight
Oh,
might
yeah.
not be much, but that band will pull you back down. You can work on that sticking point is
Perfect.
pushing
And
through
then you
those
get
bands
used to
with
like
attention.
pushing through that. And when you take the band away, it's just like boom.
Yep.
Yeah,
There you
that's
go.
nice. Yeah.
Bing boing
Oh, my buddy
bands.
Paul's on here. How's Florida? We got good Texas weather. This is incredible because up north it sucks. It was 33 degrees when we left our house on Friday.
Yeah,
So
Ohio was pretty chilly.
hope you got good weather down there. I know you got good weather down there. You're in Florida. What's next?
Tyler Kinney said, I've heard that many times about the evil twin. I wonder if you could stretch it out prior to use and if the material would stick true to that broken in size. Or if it would like just like at some point do they stop stretching out?
I think any fabric has a point where a good example of that was that katana that I was just speaking of that I did all those lifts with. I think a lot of it had to do that I was also getting heavier and bigger each meet. I was slightly heavier, so I was stretching it out that way. When I did that meet in November where I bombed out with 1070, 1140, 1150 in a single ply, I got that shirt to the point in the bottom with that 1150 where I felt it giving, and it stopped. I maxed out the capacity of that shirt to give anymore. It stopped. There was nothing left. So I think any fabric eventually would stop stretching.
But then you wouldn't get rebound, right? So
I don't know. I've not gotten a shirt to
so
that.
like if you pre-stretched the evil twin material, would it have any bounce back?
I'm
Like
not
you would
familiar
need.
enough
I
with
mean,
the material.
well, you'd have to stretch it out, and then
And then
probably
sew it
like
and-
take
yeah.
it in, and take that now stretch material and then make it stretch even further. I don't know. I mean,
And then at what point is it too stretched and then you have blowout?
it just there's so many factors.
We have a YouTube comment.
CJ Morgani has some of the ones.
Read it quick.
It
Oh,
disappeared.
we caught you $1. I'll just pull it up on here.
We'll get to you there, CJ. Thanks for hopping on here, by the way. Appreciate that.
I can't see it anyway. I'm blind.
On the YouTube, it's up for like 5 seconds and it just fades away. It does it every time.
Lovely.
Hold on, I'm coming.
Oh, she's Karen.
As someone that gets off the chest fast but stalls around halfway up, I found heavy dead press to be most helpful.
There you go. Okay. I don't like referring it to a dead press because I feel like if you call something a press, it's a partial. People tend to just press rather than extending with the triceps. But if you must be doing it right if you're getting benefit to your full range. So that's good.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
And
I love
then
that
I might
partial
have
range of
missed a
motion.
couple
Yeah.
things on the Instagram side, but 2 questions for Amber.
Oh, God.
One, what's your favorite division to compete in?
Mm-hmm.
Like raw, multi, unlimited, and why do you enjoy it most? We'll do that one.
Okay. That one's easy. Multiply. And it's mostly just because of like the technical challenge of it. It feels more like a sport to me with like on meet day. So you have so many different variables that you have to consider. You have to time everything really, really appropriately or else you're screwed. I like that like added pressure of all of those different things. I just think it's more fun. It's more technically challenging, not that raw isn't. But multiply is my favorite. I do love raw. All the raw meats that are out right now, like those big ones, are insane.
Yeah,
they
they're
are
so cool.
super freaking fun to be at.
And they're fun to watch.
Lots of
which,
coverage.
like,
Mm-hmm.
Big time
is rare,
coverage.
I think. Because normally,
Yeah.
like, you go to a meet, especially if it's, like, an equipped meet with a bunch of raw people,
Yeah.
it's like, this is so boring.
Yeah.
Why is this not? But then, like, these recent raw meets have been, like,
Yeah.
super fun
There's
to watch.
stuff to do.
Yeah.
There's food. Like A1 Digital has instant replays on their
Yeah.
live stream now.
And they have, like, all the stuff along the bottom, so you know who it is and what's happening. And, like, sometimes they'll have, like, this was their previous PR, and, like, this is what's gonna, like, that's so cool to watch
Yeah.
as a spectator.
Yeah,
I
Cody.
freaking love that. Cody.
Yeah,
heck
dude.
But
And
yeah,
then
multiply for
Multiply.
sure.
Okay.
The second question was, have there been any cues or specific things that took your bench to the next level? For example, something that was missing after already reaching a high level.
Probably seating myself higher on my traps. That's one thing that you had taught me how to do. And I was just like folding a lot and collapsing. That arch wasn't staying there because I wasn't high up enough on my traps and my leg drive wasn't timed well enough with that, like, you called it the tsunami.
Yeah. Yeah.
The wave.
wave.
So
Wave.
that's one thing that's always stuck in my brain of like, you're patient, coming down, you got your touch, and then tsunami starts from the
Legs all the way up.
all the way up through your hands.
Yep.
And that was probably one of the biggest, most beneficial things for me as an equipped bencher.
Oh yeah. Yeah, buddy. What's next?
Cool.
Multiply, yeah, Cody.
Do you,
Yeah.
Amber?
Oh God.
You're so popular.
They see enough of me every
Do
weekend. they
you
can-
feel that dips help your bench?
Yeah, I love dips.
See, I don't.
See, and Jim would be like, absolutely not.
So you have to look at like the ability for me to do like you get a lot out of other things for your triceps.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I like dips because I'm able to isolate them, and also it's just a different way of loading the tricep. And you got the weight around your waist, whatever, and you can overload that way. You can do it with bands. I also like the stretch that it gives me in my pec and my front delt and all of those things, which you probably hate.
I hate that.
It's the same thing. There's a lot of accessories that I love that you hate and vice versa, like overhead stuff.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Also, I feel like it does make a difference because you're an athlete. Like, Jim is a bench presser.
Yeah.
Amber's a full athlete.
Yeah. No.
You know?
Facts.
Like,
No, I truly believe that.
Amber could
You
probably
did
put on
farmer's
a pair
walks
of,
with
like,
me once.
You could probably put on like a full set of football pads and just like play a whole football game today.
Oh, I don't know about that.
I feel
but-
like you're like
I'd
athletic
sure as
enough,
shit
agile
try.
enough, and hit the shit. Jim
No.
would be like, I'll be with the Gatorade.
I'll sit in the shade. I want to get burnt.
I'll be over here
Yeah.
under the umbrella.
No, we had to climb a flight of stairs to go to the bathroom at North Dallas Strength, and I was winded. Like I just bench. So it's not for me.
Yeah, and Cody said Amber is crazy strong on the handstand stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Handstands.
She does all that overhead stuff, and she's really good at
Could
it.
you even do a handstand?
Let's try.
Me?
Yeah.
We
We got a wall over
I
there.
don't want to try.
I'll spot
Go through
you.
the fucking
The
wall
last
with
time-
a cell.
Douche.
Sorry, Kevin.
I hope you have insurance on Jim.
No, the last time I put something overhead, I dislocated my shoulder. So I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not
You
even
don't
gonna.
want to put
That's the
yourself
thing.
over your
No,
head.
because that's
yeah.
330 pounds. I'm like,
Yeah.
No, that's a bad idea.
That's the thing, though, is he doesn't need to do that for
Yeah.
what you want to do
Right.
and what your goals are. It's not necessary.
Yeah.
No, I've
We have different goals.
I've
so.
weeded out. I used to be able to do dips with 6 or 7. I think it was 6. Yeah,
hundreds.
6. No, 6 45s between my fucking
Still.
legs, and do sets of 5.
His testicle sack is now
Yeah,
so
it's like
large.
right, which is also I'm like if I fall, this is going to hurt really bad.
Yeah.
But no, I could. My dip strength went up, and my bench never went anywhere. I'm like, so the combined weight of my body plus the weight between my nuts was a lot of fucking load. My bench never went anywhere. I'm like, okay, well, I'm not a dip. I'm not competing in the dip. I'm competing in the bench.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
true.
why I cut it out of my training.
Yeah, you gotta think about it. So everyone has different like tester movements. So like or movements that you know if that movement is going up in strength, then one of your compound movements is also going up in
Correct,
strength.
yeah.
And everyone's different too. So like for me,
Yeah.
that's floor press, dips, and overhead. If those 3 are going up, then I know my bench is also going up somehow.
Perfect. Yeah.
And with
Yeah.
you have like any of your board work, floor press probably.
Equipped floor press.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a really good. I can use floor press equipped with slingers as a builder and a tester.
Yeah, builders and testers.
But raw floor press, that's one of those things like dips that I cut out. Once I started adding
Pain.
layers and the pain, yeah. But once I started adding the equips aspect to the floor press, I gained a lot of fucking strength from that. But yeah, dips.
I have a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Do you find that a tester with all the rep work that you do equipped, like the AMRAPs and like all of that stuff, do you have a correlation? What's one of them? Your reverse grip, what's a benchmark? Like 405 for what?
20.
20?
Mm-hmm.
So when you were trying to go from 19 to 20 and then inch those up, but did you find that when you went up in that rep work that your bench got better?
So
Or no?
I do more. I was doing, so for raw, it was reps with 225, 315, 405, and then 500.
Jesus.
But those would go up.
Casually.
Those
Yeah.
would go up, but it didn't have a lot of correlation to like my equipped. Well, no, I'll take that back. When I was in poly, I saw a correlation.
Okay.
In the
gotcha.
band shirts, I saw no correlation.
Yeah.
But then I started doing equipped bench reps. So with 7, 8, 9, and 1,000.
Mm-hmm.
So every 3 months, like, the last time I did 800, I did at Laura's at the Pro-Am last year.
Oh, yeah.
I did 800 for 12, I think, or 11.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try and do 800 for more. I ended up getting 20 fucking reps.
Yeah.
So that told me that something's going right. Something's
Yeah.
going up.
What'd you hit at Elite with? You hit a rep PR.
Well, I did 820, which I've never repped 820. It was always 800 flat, 700 flat. But I did 820 for 17, or
Yeah.
16 and like 3/4.
Yeah. And now you're knocking on the door of 1,400 pounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the equipped rep PRs have correlated to my unlimited bench, whereas the raw rep PRs correlated to my poly bench.
That's so interesting.
Yeah.
Do you think that's because with poly, you're benching a little bit different?
Yes. Oh, I'm benching completely different because when
Yeah,
I
'cause
tried
when you
to.
tried to put the poly on last month.
No, it was like 3
2
months
months
ago.
ago, maybe?
It was a long time. Right in the midst of all these competitions this
Yeah.
year, like Baddest Bencher, WPO, Bench Bash, I threw on a random single ply poly, and I had become so accustomed to doing unlimited bench, I was benching different. I tried putting that poly on. I was like, I'm not firing correctly. So I'd have to when I do go back to poly, I have to
Go back to the raw.
I have to
accessory stuff.
change all my training to accommodate the poly bench because it is so different than the unlimited, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I missed
Good
Thomas's
discussion.
Yeah.
questions earlier. So watched one of your recent videos on Patreon where you talk about catching the upswing on boards. Now doing this, the reps feel easier and more on my triceps. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Would you catch the upswing the same if you used bench blocks instead of solid boards?
Yes, because the boards, the bar is not whipping because you're coming down to handheld boards. It's whipping because whether it's a bench block on the bar or bench boards that the bar's coming down to, it's going to whip the exact same. I've done it both ways. I don't like the bench blocks. It just looks weird having something attached to the bar. I prefer traditional boards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I don't
it's-
like seeing the block for
No.
whatever reason.
I-
It's
It
also
messes
way
with my-
harder to hand off. Like that's like
So you have to
in the way.
you have to have it vertical, hand it out, and then twist it in midair, and then allow the lifter to come down. So
But like,
not a fan.
I would say that's one of like the coolest inventions for lifting, though, especially for people that have
Yeah.
small crews or hand off to themselves.
if you're,
The coolest thing.
Yeah, if you have a crew, I'm just a big fan of the traditional board. If you're by yourself, if you're limited,
Yeah.
great tool to add to your arsenal.
Erin Norris straps her boards to herself with a bungee cord, and that works
Does
out
she
pretty
need
well.
bench blocks?
I think I'm sure
Will she
she
use
has them. She might have them, but
I'll send her a pair.
okay.
Aaron, if you're on here, message me.
Alfredo,
I
what up, bitch?
have a booger.
I have a booger.
I have lots of boogers.
Oh, you have a booger.
What up,
No,
bitch?
he's hitting on
He
Jimmy.
said, Jimmy,
Oh.
you look like a snack. I want to bite and savor like a Hawaiian roll. And then he said, Amber, you have a booger.
Real funny fucker.
You have these comments on your phone, right? You can see them?
Yes.
Okay, because I'm going to switch over to YouTube, but when I do that,
Oh, okay.
it knocks my comments from here off. So
I'll
you
keep
catch
track.
up with these.
We had some YouTube comments.
Yeah, I'm going to look at them in just a second.
Hi,
But,
Taylor.
Taylor.
The guy from Bear Post is on here. He said hi.
Yeah.
So I wanted to pull this out.
Oh shit, yeah.
And this is what I was telling you earlier. We were talking about
All right.
instead of like the ball on your back and shit.
That's awesome.
We're gonna do a whole video on this because it's really cool.
So this came from Bear Post. I picked up this little piece from the Expo bodybuilding show, strongman powerlifting show.
See it?
Yeah.
Ooh, it's hefty.
It's resin of some sort.
Yeah, they had all different colors. This one was like a little bit taller.
so you could put this on the ground and
Yes.
like lay on it.
And it's
Yeah.
not
or
going
up
to roll
against a
away
wall.
from you.
And he has one that's on like a flat plane,
That's
where that's
cool.
like attached to where you could use it for your foot, so it doesn't slide around.
Mhm.
And then the one that we're looking at
Toilet.
has like a post through it where you just attach it to your
That's
rack.
really cool.
It's so cool.
So it's called Bear Post, like
Bear
a bear
Post.
backing up to a tree and like
Oh,
rubbing his
yeah.
back like
Yeah.
that.
That's how I have to scratch my back.
Yeah. So he
Yeah.
had a set of like not a whole power rack, but like the squat stands with a few of these that had an actual piece that attaches to the rack and it connects it. And I was able to put my entire body weight into this thing in my back and dig in my scapulas and my traps. Holy shit.
Yeah, because usually I'll put a lacrosse ball on
Yeah.
a rack and just lean into it in my pecs,
Go with
but
this.
Yeah, but then it like
move.
rolls around and moves.
Yeah,
And you
it'll,
got
like, slip out.
all this different, you got wide, you got narrower for like more pressure, less pressure. This is really fucking cool.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah,
Oh,
so-
crikey.
Yeah,
So thank you very much for that. That's
they were super cool. I'm pretty sure their Instagram is the Bear Post Official. Yeah, the Bear Post Official.
the Bear Post official. Thank you.
Super cool.
Yep.
Guy, like, you know, self-starter, new business, super, I think it's amazing. He just said hi to
Oh.
us. So we saw him yesterday. He helped us like load up the Anderson van after the meet. Super great.
Well, we got YouTube comments.
Yeah, let me run over there real quick.
We'll get to
Yeah.
those YouTube comments in just a second.
Thomas was on, he was the one, I think, who was asking about the bench block and the boards, if he's got to pick a spotter or board holder.
Yeah.
I think He's getting them in soon for me, or he said he's
Okay.
getting them in soon from Anderson. So that's
Nice.
awesome.
Perfect.
Love
Good.
that for you.
If you just ordered them, maybe we'll pack them up tomorrow when we go over there.
Oh yeah,
It's
maybe.
true. I get to see how the
We're-
sausage is made.
It's an actual Anderson Powerfitting is an actual place with an address and the front doors, and you walk in.
Yeah.
It's always been this like, just such distant thing. But we came down here last year with
Yeah.
Shane.
Well, this is the new one. They just
This is-
moved.
we've
so
not seen
we haven't
this
been
one.
here yet.
But the old one, I was like, well, this is an actual building with like cubbies and storage
It's
and
not
like,
just
Lots of
magically
stuff.
no,
created
it's
out of
all
the internet.
it's literally there. So
It's like, and you know, like it's a warehouse. There's gonna be stuff. But when you walk in, you're like, this is so much stuff. Like, imagine if this was like your closet.
You could
You'd
just
be like, I'll
swim in
take
a
this.
bench.
you
and
could
this.
you could
Yeah.
just whoa.
It's crazy. It's so cool.
What's the YouTube?
Okay,
say?
so
You chew.
Lucas Johnson. Any advice for better sleep for bigger guys? I'm only years old. He didn't say the number. It's okay, buddy. And not too big. I'm about 6'1", 275 with a 20-inch neck. Do you think a CPAP would help
Good
with waking
size
up
neck.
3 to 4 times a night?
CPAP.
We both have them.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, you. I even when I was in the military at 260, 270. When I got out, I was 285. I wasn't sleeping at that weight. I'm a little bit shorter than you. But if you're having trouble, you can buy them. You can buy them secondhand. You can buy them off eBay. You can buy them brand new.
Craigslist.
Craigslist. There's so many options.
Sleep study with your doctor. If
Yeah.
you have that.
If
Yeah,
you-
your
if you-
insurance will
If you
cover
have,
it. Yeah.
if you have insurance, just have a sleep study done and get
Go
a
that
fucking
way.
CPAP.
But
I
there
think
are
like a
other
brand
ways.
new one with all like the bells and whistles is like $900
Yeah.
for like the
Like
package.
ResMed, brand new, you could buy $900 brand new and
Yeah.
have one it'll last you like 7 or 8 years.
Yeah. It might sound expensive, but like think of
So worth
how
it.
much time you spend sleeping.
Yeah.
And how necessary sleep is to recovery.
Yeah.
Like if people aren't eating, sleeping, and drinking water, then why even working out?
Dude.
Because you're not gonna
Sleep
progress as well.
Sleep is the answer to the test.
Mm-hmm.
If you can sleep, you can do anything. Actually sleep.
Yeah, like physically, mentally, like when you're tired, your brain does not work.
Yeah.
When I went through my small stint in college, the one thing I really paid attention to was psychology. We went through a sleep portion, and then we learned about stages 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then REM sleep, and then you flip back and forth between stage 4 and REM all night. And stage 4 is when you physically recover from your day, and REM is when you recover mentally. You have to have both. If you're not sleeping, you're not going to recover. You have got to fucking sleep. So get a CPAP.
Yeah.
If you have a doctor, that's a surefire way to get one if you have apnea or if they
Yeah.
think it's necessary. But
Another thing with sleep is positioning. This is something that I've been getting into recently. Is like my hands will go numb and like things will
are
get
you
weird.
sleeping on your?
I was sleeping on my side with my
Yeah.
pillow in between my arm and that.
Oh, dude.
So I've had to like retrain myself to be a back sleeper.
Mhm. A
And, like,
spatula instead of a
E-
spoon.
Exactly. You gotta spatulatize yourself.
Yeah.
But there's different like pillow positions, all kinds of stuff, and like make it so that like go to sleep in a dark room.
Mhm.
Like put the phone away. Sleep hygiene is super important, and that'll factor into everything as well. So
Treat it like
Training
anything
session.
else. Yeah, it's training.
Mm-hmm.
No human has ever no human has ever grown in the gym. You grow when you rest and recover. You have got to fucking sleep. Get a CPAP.
And it's like every single time recovery or sleep is talked about on like top athletes, like with Table Talk.
mhm.
If that question comes up, every single top athlete, sleep more.
Yep.
Sleep. Sleep.
That's the answer to
Sleep
all
more.
of it.
Like, don't worry about counting your protein if you can't get a good night's sleep.
Yeah,
No.
exactly. If you're spinning your tires.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the other question from Mini Kool-Aid.
I love it.
Oh yeah.
Do you ever do cambered bar bench work? In the past, you said it was for tricep rhyming. Just wondering.
So I'm assuming you meant tricep grinding.
Could be.
Yeah, I haven't. I
What
need
rhymes
to
with tricep?
bicep.
Bicep.
That's it. I think.
Sorry.
I haven't done them in a really
Sorry.
long time, and I probably fucking should because it's hard for me to do, and I haven't done it in a while. With the cambered bar, when you bench with it, the rackable cambered bar, so you can actually put it in a bench. You can't put the west side cambered bar in a bench, but it's too narrow. But when you bench with a cambered bar off boards, you can't like touch the board and like like
Slam it.
power it off because it'll just swing on you. I actually ate shit almost with 1,000. I was trying to do 1,000 pounds on the Cambered bar of like a 2-board for the first time. I've done 900. I wanted to get 1,000. I touched the board and I tried to like heave ho, like go,
Jay.
and it went whoop right to my face.
That's
They caught it. I mean, my guys were like on the bar, but so you have to touch the board and grind it and
Like
grind
forces
it.
you into a tempo.
Yes.
Mm.
You have to. It forces you to bench slower, and it's a great way to train yourself to slowly grind a heavy weight out. Because I argue if your absolute strength only lasts for a few seconds, your max effort bench, raw or equipped, is not going to be like this. If it's like that, you need to put more weight on the bar.
Mm-hmm.
So your max effort lift might take 5, 8, 10, 12 seconds. You need to be able to have that strength last over a long period of time. So that's where the Cambered bar comes into play. I haven't done it in a while. I need to make things difficult again.
Get to it, buddy.
Do we have more YouTube, or do we go back to Instagram?
Back to Instagram.
Okay.
IG's been, hang on, someone said that they typed something, but then I think we missed it. I was like, yep, type it again,
Oh,
sorry.
shit.
Oh yeah. So
If
I'm
you're-
back on there. Like I don't see any comments. Cause like when I hop over, it just like adds me back in.
I got 'em.
And
I
for
gotta
you on,
scroll.
if you are just hopping on to Instagram or YouTube, we of course have our co-host for tonight is Amber Hansen, second heaviest female bench presser in history, and also third highest total ever, fourth.
I think might be fourth or
You're tied for
fifth now.
fourth. You're tied, I think.
I don't know.
The fourth
One of-
woman to ever squat 800 motherfucking
One of the
pounds.
highest totals ever done.
800 solidized pounds.
So, and then we got off camera Katie over here.
Woohoo!
All right, we got one from Cody Plum. Have you guys ever dealt with vertigo? I recently found it out I have it in the beginning, and that shit is crazy. Or that shit,
Only when
and I'm
sick.
dizzy all the time.
No,
Didn't
Trace.
you have vertigo your mom's once?
Your mom.
You don't just no. What
You know what
once
I mean?
once you have it forever. I think.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, like
It's
Tracy.
like herpes.
Ew, yeah, like her. I guess.
Like herpes.
Like I don't know. Like
Sorry.
Fucking like gout.
I'm
Oh
in
I
a
don't
no,
know.
your mom's
mood.
cat had vertigo.
Yeah, vertigo kitty. Yeah.
Sorry, I thought you had vertigo when
No.
you lived at your mom's.
No, like Tracy has vertigo.
Does he really?
He has diagnosed vertigo, and he has it forever now.
Way to put his
crazy.
medical information
So
out
what
there.
did-
Yeah, HIPAA.
When we came to Elite, he had to bench with a pillow under his head.
Oh yeah.
I thought he was tired.
No.
I thought he was just old.
I
No.
thought he was just sleepy.
Because now when he competes, he has to not use it. But if he doesn't have that pillow,
wear a
his,
hat.
his head spins.
Really?
Oh, he
beanie.
can. Oh, he can, couldn't he?
Just
With
put a
some
little
squish.
pillow in
Toboggan
there.
or something.
Huh.
So that's why
I thought he was just old. Like, I
I've-
thought it just hurt
no.
his neck or something.
he has that vertigo. So no, I've had like dizzy spells for like a day or two. I'm like, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah.
But being very heavy, putting my body through the stress, the sodium, the food, the calories, I'm sure it's normal. But I don't actually have vertigo. I've been dizzy before, but not. I don't have vertigo.
I don't think so.
Are you sure that once you have it forever?
I am almost certain.
Can someone fact check that for us in the comments?
Like
Let
that's,
us know.
You can't get like an ear surgery or something to.
Joe,
Because isn't that where vertigo is
Tracy's
from?
had
From your
it for like
ears?
Tracy's had it for like 3 years now. Like
Well, that doesn't mean that everybody always has vertigo forever.
Please let us know if
I don't
vertigo is
know.
permanent once you have it, because I'm pretty sure I'm not certain.
Permago.
I'm close to certain that it is that.
Also,
way.
Grampy is watching. Grampy,
Hi,
ask
Grampy.
Grammy if
Grampy.
she knows, because Grammy was a nurse. Maybe she'll know.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh yeah.
What else we got on screen?
The F8 collar, so will sometimes slide up and choke me out around a one board.
Okay.
Issue with the shirt setup or maybe bar path. This happens to me all the time.
You need to,
The
well,
shirt- oh, the setup.
you
How
need
is he
well
setting
that, but you need, if you, are you wearing a belt? No, she doesn't. She didn't wear a belt with her F8 and had like no problem with it coming up, did you?
But also, so the other thing too is the shirt might be too big.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
just moving around
Could
a
be.
lot.
Yep, I find that the F8 shirts, when I do reps, that it tends to move itself up. I'm setting it up for like a big single or a double. I don't do I don't do any triples really, but no, it might move up with reps. If you're not wearing a belt, you might have to cinch down the shirt with the belt. Your setup could have some use some change as well. Here's one thing I'll tell you that really changed the game for me. You can't. Again, we talked about these are not poly shirts. These are not polys. They're completely different. Their own division. So I was putting this thing on, and I was trying to do the poly thing by having someone pull the neck down to try to move it.
While it was on you.
While it was on me. I quickly realized that's not going to work. And I figured it out. I had an epiphany, and I applied it, and it actually worked. I took the shirt completely off. I imagine the shirt being one unit from the top of the collar all the way to the front flap to the back straps. The whole shirt is a single unit. So I took the shirt completely off. I grabbed the outside of the shirt, and I just hug it. I just put it on my chest. I take a visual note of where it is, and I'm like, with the appropriated weight, like, okay, Velcro it. And she Velcros it on me, cinched down with a belt. I take it back off completely. If I want more shirt, again, the shirt's completely off, I grab the arms and I stick it on my chest and I'll move it down. Take a visual note, okay, that's where I want it, Velcro it. And she'll Velcro it on me, cinch it down with the belt. You have to move the whole thing up and down as one unit. You can't put it on and have someone pull the neck down.
Because it'll just go right
It's
back.
not going to work. You have to move the whole, you have to preset the shirt and Velcro it, and then in that lower position, get yourself into it. You can't pull it down like a poly.
And you can't be like moving around in it in between all
No.
your stuff.
Yeah, and it
can't.
could be like how, if you're like reaching above you for the bar.
Ah.
You know,
That'll
that,
knock
we
it out
discovered
of
that
place.
with
Yeah.
Polly, yeah.
If you have it set low, and you're lay down on the bench, and the bar is more behind you, and you have to reach up, just like a T-shirt,
Yeah, it comes up.
it like comes up like that, then it's
Should I wear
gonna
my shirt up?
up or down, or possibly tucked
Tucked
in. So don't you can't treat it like a poly shirt because it's not a poly. It's not even close.
Yeah.
It's something completely different. So that I hope that helped.
Yeah. So, a couple things on YouTube.
Uh-oh.
CJ Morgani said, confirmed, Jimmy's mom has a cat with a goatee and a mohawk. I thought it
And
was
Vertigo.
you that had Vertigo.
Oh.
We called that cat Vertigo Kitty.
Vertigo Kitty.
What was its actual name?
I don't remember.
Brownie?
Brownie.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it was that black one. The black
No.
cat. Yes.
The Brownie was really skinny, and the Vertigo Kitty was the fluffier, long-haired one.
No, it was Brownie.
Was it Brown?
It got
And
old.
That's the one that also drooled everywhere?
Mm-hmm.
Or was that Meebs?
Because of the vertigo.
Meebs, Mr.
Meebs.
Marbles.
His mom had like 47 cats.
She had seven cats.
I mean, so did mine, so I can't really talk.
Yeah.
But all of your mom's cats were extremely unique cats. Every single one.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So
we could do a whole podcast episode
Well,
on that.
Oh.
anyway,
And
Let
then
me-
some vertigo answers. It appears it can go away, but usually requires treatment. However, that's according to Google, and it seems like every time I look
I'm
up
not
a
a doctor.
symptom, it says I'm gonna die. So I don't know.
Yeah, you gotta be careful on the internet.
So
Dr.
could-
Google says,
consult your physician. All right, move on.
Yeah.
There you go.
get your vertigo and your herpes treated at the
I've-
same time.
I've heard it's permanent,
Vertiherpes.
but I guess maybe with rest in pickles. What
Rest
the
in
fuck?
pickles.
Yes.
Poor vertigo
Rip.
kitty.
What we got
Rip.
next? What we got next?
This one, he had to type it twice, so I'm gonna make sure I get to it.
Okay.
This was, sorry, this is a military question.
Oh, it's fine.
But
Yeah.
balancing military and being a strength athlete, time, PT, prep, all that stuff.
Oh,
That's
Yeah.
definitely an Amber
Actually, no,
question.
you have some of that too.
oh no, I
Jimmy
did.
just got fat
You
and
just-
made everyone
you
mad.
just laughed.
He didn't care.
You didn't balance.
We got two different worlds right here.
There
we
was
got
no balance.
you got Air Force. What are they called? Officers.
No.
Marine Corps, fucking Lance Corporal enlisted.
Terminal Lance.
Terminal Lance.
So go, you start. I'll
Well, mine's a happy story.
yeah.
No,
it's-
Jim had no balance. He
Yeah,
literally
you just went.
Okay, so she's got good balance. She's not just fucking strong as a bull, but she's also athletic,
Yeah.
which
Like,
is
do you want to be
great.
a
I gotta be able to
good-
pass a PT test.
Yeah,
a
but
good military employee or a bad military employee? What do you want to be?
but she's got the athleticism. She's in shape. She can pass her PT test, and you are within standard body type. Okay, so she's got no problems. I had all the fucking problems, but when I went into the delayed entry program, the DEP, which is a 6-month thing before you actually leave for the island, the recruiters told me from day one, and I was 195 pounds when I first was interested. And when I started working with the recruiters, they were like, "Hey, I was a fat fucking
Were you
slob."
really that small when
I
you
was
first went?
195.
Smaller than what
And then
I
you
am
had to
right
drop
now.
30 pounds.
And then in order to leave for the island, I had to weigh 185. But they told me, your size is going to be a problem your entire career. I was like, then why the fuck are you letting me go? If you know I'm going to struggle. They said if you were 0% body fat with your physical, and I was a shrimp at that point, I stopped lifting. They said your musculature is going to keep you heavy and you're going to have issues. I'm like, why are you letting me fucking do this shit? So that, and then as I went through it, I got through the island, I went through MCT, I went through Fort Lee, my schooling. Once I hit the fleet, and things turned sour really quick. Thank you.
We won't try.
What if it wasn't for you? What if I got it for myself?
What if you just handed them both to me?
Clink yourself.
No, once I hit the fleet, which is what the Marines call. What do they call when you were finally like in the job? It's not the fleet. It's something else, right? Oh.
The
Chair.
like a general.
The chair.
The chair,
Whoa.
the desk.
Once I hit the fleet, which is where like you are considered like in it, not
Like
just
you're
like
out of training.
you're out of training, you're out of schooling, you're in your
Ours
job.
is like fully mission capable.
Okay.
FMC.
We're just in the fleet. Once I hit the fleet and it became dog shit and bad, I was like, fuck this. I need something else in my life besides moto motherfucking Marine Corps. I started lifting weights again. Go fuck yourself, hurrah. I started lifting weights again because I needed something else in my life, and that led me to become bigger. Then once the Marine Corps became really bad, I was like, okay, fuck this. I gained weight on purpose. True story.
Towards the end, yeah. Like as soon as 2020 hit.
I was no,
You
it
were
was,
like-
it was 19. 19.
Oh yeah, because
Middle
you
of
were
19.
trying. Because all of 19,
All of
you were
19.
trying to bench a grand.
I started gaining weight on purpose. I'm
Yeah.
like, kick me the fuck out. I don't care. I'm done with this. That's how bad it got. I'm being totally blunt and honest. It got that bad where I was willing to be kicked out, like admin sept,
Yeah.
with like a general discharge, not a good, not a bad, just like right in the middle. I didn't care. I got out with a clean, honorable. I'm fine. They kept me in because no one else could run the armory.
I was like, because they had to.
But so yeah, I did not have good balance. I said, I'm gonna power lift. I don't give a fuck. Yeah. But she can balance it just fine.
I give a fuck.
Yeah.
But I have had a much different experience. So with
Yeah.
advice with that, so this guy said he was in the reserves and he's having a hard time balancing.
Was or is? Still?
Is.
Oh yeah, Travis is. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was Travis. I'm sorry, I didn't see the username.
Very good.
But like, loop your leadership into what you're doing. Like, humanize yourself to them, and you might be like one of hundreds of people, but like let your supervisor know like what you're trying to do. Like you get time. I don't know what you said. Army reserves.
Mhm.
We get a few hours a week that we get to leave and go to PT. Like meal prep, and it's just like with any other job, you have to make it a priority and figure it out. So prioritize what you need to do with training, do your meal prep, do your meals, get your sleep, all that stuff, but then also let your leadership know what you're trying to do and how important it is to you. And if they're not a piece of shit, they'll work with you.
Yeah.
And if they are a piece of shit, I'm really sorry. Because all my leadership has been incredibly supportive, and that like I get recruiting leave to go to meets, and I don't even need to pay my, like, it's not from my own leave balance, as long as I like wear an Air Force t-shirt, or if there's an Air Force recruiter's booth there, I go and
Yeah.
help. Like I don't
That's
use
awesome.
leave to go to the Arnold, but like you gotta
That's-
find those little things. I'm sure
Yeah.
the army had an entire powerlifting team, I'm pretty sure,
Probably.
and that was a big deal for them. They have a bunch of strongman athletes. Like maybe reach out to some of those folks and see how they make it work.
Mm-hmm.
But it is doable. It's hard, but it's doable.
That's incredible. 'Cause I just.
No one probably let you know any of these things though.
No, I don't.
Because
fucking
I had
clue.
people who were like, "Oh, you want to do this thing? That's cool.
Yeah.
You look
No.
at all of this.
Oh no,
that's
I was
available to you."
damned for it. Like, how dare you
Yeah.
find something outside the Marine Corps? Why don't you love the Marine Corps so much? Why? Like,
Oh yeah. Air Force is.
I'm a
not-
fucking human being, dude. Like,
Yeah.
what do you? I wish I would have. God, that one.
Different branch. Yeah.
Off we go.
Any branch.
Into the wild
No.
blue yonder.
Because I could have gotten out with the exact same benefits and gone through possibly, because everybody's story is different,
Yeah.
but possibly less hell for the exact
I've been
same
very
benefits
lucky.
getting out.
But you know, like, I've
Very
never
lucky.
met someone who was like, I hated my time in the Air Force.
No.
But I am hard
Never mind.
stretched to find somebody who loved every second of being a Marine.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever met like an ex-Marine that
No. Well,
had good
Travis.
stories.
we got I had 2 suicides at my unit alone in the
Yeah.
3 years I was there, so that tells you
Oh.
anything.
This makes sense.
Mm.
Travis, backstory. He's making it work balanced enough, but sometimes training has to adapt. He's a drill instructor, a drill sergeant, reservist.
What?
And they have to ruck or do 2 mile plus runs in the middle of prep. All right.
Dude.
This is rough.
That
and I'm
sucks.
sorry, and I
Well,
honestly
you
don't know
placed
what to
second
say.
at the WPO this year.
Yeah.
You're doing pretty damn good.
You're doing all
I think
right.
you're doing fine.
Oh, right before the WPO, he had a 6 mile ruck on Sunday morning.
Good God,
Damn.
man, that sucks.
Yep, just I guess prioritize recovery.
Yeah, recovery, calories, food.
Maybe cut out accessories, like if it's that close together,
Yeah.
6.
just to give
Ugh.
yourself extra recovery time.
That shit is gross, dude. I'm so sorry.
I just realized this is Travis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Duh.
Second place WPO this year, Travis.
Ayy.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that is brutal.
That sucks, man.
Also, you're in the Army, I'm in the Air Force. I run once a year for my PT test. So
Yeah.
I will have to run with the cadets this summer when I go to because I have to go, not like drill sergeant stuff, but this is kind of the equivalent on the officer side.
Sure. Oh man.
So that'll be fun.
Oh God. It's awful.
Yeah, I think it's just an extenuating circumstance of suck, you know?
It is.
It's like those guys that have like heavy ass construction jobs and they're moving shit all day and then they have to go work out.
Like Rich
Yeah.
Putnam.
Like
Dad.
like Rich, like that's
Rich
why
works
he switched
construction.
to bench only because it was like ruining
Yeah.
his shit. You know?
Hey, I'm gonna make a very one-sided argument. I'm not trying to be mean or biased, but I could also suggest let's get the fuck out. I don't know how much time. I don't know if you signed a recent contract or if you want to make a career out of it. But if you truly, just
But also
He's already in the reserves.
like he's in it and powerlifting does not pay.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, like you
Well-
can't just be like, well, quit your job and become a full time powerlifter.
no, I'm not saying, but no,
because
but
there's, you can't
There
do
are
that.
other options.
but there are
Yeah.
other options. In my opinion, in my opinion,
Warrior Fitness, that's what it's called.
there's better things. There's much better and cooler and less stressful things out there than the fucking military. So I'm
In
not,
Jim's opinion, yeah.
in my opinion, I'm just saying. But in my opinion, a good suggestion: just get the fuck out, do your time, and just move on. Get your benefits if you got a lot of medical stuff, get your disability, whatever it is. But just, I know you're already in the reserves, but you're doing a lot for being in the reserves. It sounds like. Imagine being like full active duty. I can't imagine how much more you'd be doing. Just active, my tour of Dookie. So that's just something I wanted to throw in there.
Yeah.
Warrior Fitness teams for the Army. That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah.
When he had
Oh,
mentioned it, they said
okay.
we don't have powerlifters on the team. I'm like,
But then, like, try maybe you can go to someone else in that same thing because I feel like the answers always vary based on who you talk to
so true.
in
So
that
true,
leadership.
bestie.
So, like, if you ask them last year, the asshole that told you no could be out now, and there could be someone who's way cooler. That's like, dude, we would love to have a powerlifter on this team. Sign up.
Yeah.
So, like, if one person tells you no, just ask another person. That's my advice for life, I think.
I know.
If someone tells you no, say, I'm gonna see
I
Wilson.
figure out how to get to yes.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's a tough one.
It's crazy, man. I'll just tell you one. I'll tell you another opinionated thing, but like nobody's gonna give you a fucking award for staying in for 20 years. And
I think they actually give you a legitimate award.
no, you do.
For that.
Okay, well,
you
there's
get an award.
a piece of paper.
You actually get like a trophy or
Cool.
something.
Frame it, put it on your fucking
But
wall.
you get retirement pay. That's
Yes.
the award.
But it's not.
And like
it's,
lifetime benefits forever.
That-
Yeah, but you can get the
With
same.
every-
You can get the same thing.
It's different
from-
benefits though, right? Like
I don't
better.
know.
Like retirement benefits are way better.
They're pretty
So,
good.
some staff sergeant was talking to me because he had been in for 13, 14 years, one of the MSouth staff sergeants. And he was talking to me about that whole pension thing, 20-year, retiree thing. He said, honestly, dude, like, no, it wasn't. It was a gunny. It was a gunny I was good friends with, and he said, it's over glorified. It's cool, but it's not this like glamorous. You're set for. I mean, you are set for life because it never goes away, but it's not this like huge, giant thing. It's
Yeah,
very.
but also,
they
if you-
want people to stay in. That's
If you're
why.
fully retired, you can use the USO room at the airport.
Oh goodness gracious!
The one in Dallas is really good, actually.
Yeah, right.
Oh,
See?
man.
Lots of good snacks in there.
I was like, "Do you guys take bets?" No.
They're like, get out, fatty!
They had a bowl of candy and TV, and I was like, "Wow."
We're never gonna let you in here with that mohawk.
I've slept in the bunks at the one in Dallas before, because it's actually
shit.
really
Yeah,
comfy.
see?
That's great.
Yeah, it's just hot box
So
everyone.
stay in.
Yeah.
Stay in just for the airport
Nah,
USO room.
I can't
Give
vouch
yourself
for
a
that.
free mini Reese.
Can't vouch for it. Did we miss? What else we got? We got
I
anything
don't
else?
know.
No, not really.
No. Okay. Well, I'll
So, so you already talked about your training this week. It was all fucky.
Well, it was good.
Yeah,
It was just a little
freaking.
interrupted with the flight and stuff, but otherwise it was great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How was Amber's training? Did you
Trash.
even ask her?
Trash.
Trash.
I think I.
My training is so unbelievably paint drying, fucking watching golf boring right now.
You say that, but then you post videos like, "Oh, I did monkey bar swings to handstands."
Oh, well,
To-
that's the only
you
part
know?
that I can mess with right now to make
Yeah.
it somewhat entertaining
Like,
for me.
cool, yeah.
I'm squatting 4 times a week. I'm running the Russian volume
Jesus
raw
Christ.
squat program, small love, with a straight bar, and that shit works. So my first day of squats is 4 sets of 9 at 70%. My second day is 5 sets of 7 at 75%. My third day is 7 sets of 5 at 80%, and then my last day is 10 sets of 3 at 85%
Yeah.
Every week.
every week.
Every week.
And then you go up 10, 20 pounds every week.
Was it?
I'll ask a question about your prep thing.
What's your podcast?
Time.
Do what you want.
No, so
Yeah, do it.
the pro-am is April?
The pro-am is April 16th and 17th, I believe.
So you start your prep when?
I will start it the second week of January.
Is that by design, or would you benefit from having like more, like why not start now?
So mostly that has to do with the recovery and getting beat up. I probably could do it that way if I started now, but I would have to have some sort of deload in the middle of it, just so that my shit didn't get rocked. Because
Yeah.
that's a long time for me specifically to be in gear, especially in the squat and moving what I'd have to move to train in gear.
On your full power too.
On
Yeah.
yeah. So, and that's squat, bench, and deadlift.
Mhm.
And typically, once I do a start a prep for an equipped full power meet, it's some sort of conjugate split. Like you got your max
Yeah,
upper
right.
and lower, your dynamic
Speed.
upper and lower.
Okay.
So
I was thinking
not
with
conjugate west side.
what if what if you got thrown into a situation, say a bench shirt,
Mm-hmm.
that where so you have that time frame, you got that second week of January to April.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you've got like brand new bench shirt
I'll probably get in my bench shirt before my prep starts.
to get it.
Just start working in it.
Yeah.
So with I guess if it's by design, you've done it before too, right? You've done
Yeah,
it.
but with the bench shirt, like that's kind of its separate thing
Mhm.
because it's so technical. And yes, I would technically probably do it on a max upper day.
Mhm.
However, like I might do technique bench work and maybe hit heavy singles or doubles or something to work in the shirt, and then do another heavy like either raw movement or slinger or something
Okay.
like that
Okay.
afterwards.
I only work with one lift, so I'm pretty in tune with it.
Yeah, and you're always meet ready.
But if it was
Like, you
like,
just-
okay, I'm starting prep on this date and the meet is here. What if something in here goes wrong because my equipment's not working? It's too stiff. It's like, I only have this much time.
Yeah.
But if I started that process with more bigger window, I
Yeah.
could facilitate like those problems that might arise.
Yeah.
I guess that's,
I could absolutely do that if I was just doing bench only or push pull.
but full
The
power.
squat is what destroys me.
just add so much to it.
And
Yeah.
like CNS fatigue is really bad
Yeah.
too
Mhm.
when you're like, because you see all the band tension that I use.
Yeah, yeah, I
And
see it.
especially like at your level, like I'm sure it was probably different when you were still squatting in like the fours
Yeah, for sure.
versus
Like now,
800
it's
pounds. Yeah.
like I have to wake up and give myself time for my spine to decompress before I go take a piss in the morning
Shit.
and sit on the toilet in equipped prep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was like that's just me too.
And Roman, I wanted to say congrats to your all PRs on all your lifts for your meets.
Yeah.
Holy shit, dude! Excellent performance. Almost a 2,000 pound total at 198.
You guys don't know,
let's see.
Roman was
Dang.
one of the 3 Colbstrong Scholarship winners last year.
Yeah.
Yep.
He got to kick off the program our very first year, so it's been really cool.
Remember your numbers. I remember them because I was so impressed and happy for you. 770 squat, 610 bench, and a 585 pull. And
At 198.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
In a Franz deadlift suit, by the way. I was like, I saw the Franz. I'm like, what the fuck? What is?
Yeah, he got them hand-me-downs, them good hand-me-downs.
Yeah, holy shit, that was great. So congrats to you.
Yeah,
That's
good job, bud.
Yeah.
very, very cool. I saw that when I got back to the hotel after the day's doings. I saw those videos. So I wanted to say.
story.
The day he's doing.
The
I don't know how
doings
to-
day.
He
That's how to
means
word it.
when we left to eat, and then we left to eat, and then we worked out, and then we
We
ate.
love to eat again.
Yeah, pretty much. So
Yeah, he said that's all correct. You got it right.
perfect.
All the numbers.
Nailed
So.
it.
I can do that once in a while when it comes to Cool. Good for you, man.
Nice.
It's fantastic. Good. So, since we've slowed down just a little bit, I'll just go into some detail on the future. It's not even the beginning of the new year, and I'm already we're booked like up till April already. So Christ.
I feel like it's not over. It's only like 1 trip per month.
Oh,
That's a
all but
lot.
1 month is 1 trip. The rest are all 2 trips.
Are you sure?
I'm gonna go
I
through
feel
it.
like you
So-
have more things in your brain than I
No.
have on my calendar.
December, we're doing one right now. We're in Dallas,
Yeah.
working with the marketing team for Anderson.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then at the end of the month, we got our Deadlift Disco Colbstrong fundraising meet. And then,
You're both the best answers I've ever seen.
and then
We're pretty good.
now
We're pretty good.
the January is the 1 month that's just one. I'm going to Table Talk podcast with Dave Tate on the 16th.
Oh yeah. I was like, where the hell are we going in January?
So we're going to be
Yeah.
booking with Amber here. I'm going to come to your house and stay the night and then do this thing.
Don't upper deck my toilet.
I will not.
Walter will.
While you're there.
Walter.
Take that, Darwin.
It's a Monday.
Yeah, he would do it for Walter.
Monday the 16th. That way I won't miss any of my training.
Yeah.
I got that
I mean, you
meet.
can train up there with me.
That's
well,
what I
no,
said.
I will.
Said,
I'm
do
just
you
saying
like-
come up and just
I'm saying like if
bench
I
there and stuff.
well either way Monday worked for me. So that's the 1 month with one thing. Now February, I've got my meet at Chris Dividends in West Virginia, February 4th.
I'm gonna try and come out for that
Oh,
one.
that'd be great. It's not that far from you, I
No,
think.
it's not. It's pretty close to me.
Cool.
Yeah.
God damn it. Now, the second one is not totally confirmed yet. The Sam Brown equipped lifter.
Yeah, there's like we're putting together, Sam's heading it, but it's at Travis Rogers' gym in Salisbury,
Salisbury,
Maryland,
Maryland, yeah.
the Bear Cave, and it's basically getting a bunch of equipped lifters with experience together to like talk technique, form, gear, all things equipped lifting under one roof, because like we never really do that. That's
Yeah.
never really
Yeah.
happened.
Yep.
And there's so many of us now with social media, the connectivity is at an all-time high, but like getting that face-to-face thing, like if you want to be an equip lifter and you don't find a pocket of equip lifter somewhere, then you're kind of screwed.
Yeah.
But making these connections and you like say, I need a bench shirt size blah blah blah, and you get 10 DMs of people
Yeah.
around the world that might
Yeah.
have something for you. Like that's what we're trying to build there.
So that's possibly a thing. We're not
End of February.
100% confirmed.
Yeah, they're working
So
on
That's
it.
the weekend
Working on
before the Arnold, so we'll
Yeah.
probably leave
Oh, it
there.
is?
It is, yeah.
Fudge.
Yeah.
So we'll
So-
probably leave there, go right
Yeah.
to,
Oh.
like, go home, pick up Walter, go to Ohio.
If we go home.
If we visit
we
family,
might
yeah.
not this time. At least for an extended period, we might just like come by. Either way, that's February
Probably still
25th,
see Walter.
tentatively. And then the Arnold is the very next weekend, so we'll be at the Arnold for 4 days. We got the setup day, then 1, 2, 3, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then in March, maybe that's only one. March, I think, goddamn.
That was the only
Taylor.
March one I
No,
know.
Taylor's meet.
Taylor's meet.
In
is-
Tennessee?
I think it's March 29th or
I
something.
believe it's the end of the March.
So that-
End of the March.
So there's two. There's the second one in March, and then the
And Pro-Am
is
April.
April
16th,
16th.
17th, yeah.
So we're literally booked. If a few of those things actually happen, but like
Yeah.
we're already booked till April. And then I've got AJ Roberts wants to host a bench meet, have me come out there. Then Trent Golden wants to host a bench meet, have me come out there. Then we got the IPA Worlds in June. Then we got good God, there's a lot of things.
We might come down for the Europa here in Dallas. We talked about that this weekend.
That's a cool event.
It was
Yeah.
it was kind of sparse the first time, but
We might.
We might.
There's talk.
Ken was talking about it
Yeah.
with Kevin. We might come down to the Europa. Not sure.
But, and then we'd love to do like a couple more seminars and stuff this year. We just have to, if you want them, get them in so we can plan our calendar.
Yeah. So yeah, I do seminars if it's within reasonable driving distance. My going rate was $500, but that turned out to be not profitable at all.
Yeah. Especially when you
So-
take me to Salem and we spend $2,000 on witch shit while we're there for the weekend.
So I had to raise my rate to
Which-
$1,000
witch shit.
with accommodations like 2 nights in a hotel. If it's within driving distance, if I have to fly, then obviously I need to be flown out there as well. So
Yeah.
that's 2 tickets plus hotels. Just saying, we had to increase our rate to accommodate for the travel.
Gotta make it make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mini Kool-Aid on YouTube
Mhm.
says, does the Arnold still host bench competitions?
I love that.
One. There's the last man standing. When I did the Arnold in 14 and 15, it was biggest bench wins.
I like that.
WPO bench
Like
bash
the bench
was there.
bash.
Yeah.
It's so cool to have back there.
Yeah.
Now it's this last man standing thing where it's not necessarily biggest bench wins. It's who can do the most singles.
Who lasts the longest?
Who lasts the longest.
Yeah.
So it's, I think the men, the way Keith Odell told me, it's
It starts at 7,
700 pounds.
Yeah.
Everybody does it.
750.
50 pounds. Everybody does it. 800, 850. And
It's
people
like
just
knockout.
Yeah, you
but
just
with
start-
bench.
And it's like if you miss twice, you're out.
That's brutal.
Yeah.
So, different form of competing, which is kind of alluring, but the reason I don't want to do it is because it pulls me away from the Anderson booth, and we're there to work and help out Kevin, so I don't like to be pulled. I like to like walk around and see shit once in a while, but I like to be there to work and do my job. So yeah, plus there's no money for that meet,
Yeah.
which if there was like $2 or $3 grand, I'm like, I'm doing that. But there's no, from what I understand, there's no cash prizes
This has been a great year for cash prizes.
It really has.
this year. Yes,
Yeah.
2022.
And then June, July
For what?
is WRPF.
American Pro is
Yeah.
in October, so it's in the fall now.
Was it? Oh, it was in the
wasn't-
summer.
It
right?
It was
was
in the
July.
summer. It was the end of
Oh.
July, the first one, and then AP2 is October.
October. Okay.
I want to talk to you about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Woohoo.
We're gonna talk about it.
Kevin-
We'll be there
Oh,
regardless.
what did Kevin say?
Kevin, I think he just said, welcome to come to the Europa in June.
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 And then
Okay,
Thomas
cool.
was thanking him
Oh,
for
shoot.
hooking him up with Sue.
Okay.
Yes.
Yep. Kevin will take care of you.
Yeah,
He takes care of his
Can't wait for the
customer.
order to
line.
come in.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
best customer service ever.
Fantastic. So,
We're gonna be at the warehouse tomorrow. You guys should all order something from Anderson, and Jimmy
So we
and
can-
Amber will sign it for you.
so we can pack it up. I don't know how long we're gonna
Fart
be there
in
though.
it. No, I won't.
Kevin's doing
Kevin, no, no.
800 orders.
He's still
Please
watching.
include Amber's farts.
Kevin, I'm sorry, that was a joke.
He's
I
still,
would never do that.
he's still watching.
Oh gosh.
Excited to see the new warehouse though. It's supposed to be like I think it's
I've
bigger.
never been there. I'm
the
so
fir-
excited.
The first one was
It's
like
cool.
Either
really
of them.
small, very very small. But this new one I think is bigger. If I'm not mistaken.
Nice.
So I'm excited to see it. But let's see. I think we've been doing it for about an hour and 15 minutes. So we'll wrap it up here. Just again, yeah. We
Got him. Sorry.
Yeah, you're good. We got anything else?
I'm
No?
a child.
No, deadlift disco end of this month.
Yeah, Deadlift Disco.
Sign up.
Again,
Deadlift disco.
We've raised $10,000 plus towards the.
I haven't added in all of the, like our last event. I still have stuff to add in from that.
So we're trying-
I haven't updated it, but
Basically, we're trying to get to $11,000 right before the new year starts. For every $1,000 we raise, again, that's obvious. That's $1,000 per athlete that we give away. So we start.
I'm so excited to start reading those again.
Me
Yeah.
too.
Like the applications are gonna
The
be so
applications.
good.
Yep.
And they won't sit, like Jimmy won't ever sit here and like brag on himself or anything, but I will, because what they're doing with the scholarship is incredible. Like if you think about all of the people starting off in this sport, even a few years ago, kids who are even interested in a little bit, or Kevin and I were talking about this on the drive over here, of kids who might not be like the football type or the basketball type or the baseball type, who want to do a sport and they find powerlifting. And you know how expensive this stuff is. It's not like it's in schools. It's not like it's readily
Yeah.
available for
Yeah.
everyone. But what these guys are doing is raising money so that these kids can get into the programs and, you know, make it happen for themselves. And it's super cool and exciting to see that next generation have a path and like start off well and well taken care of.
As well.
So
When we were in our early 20s, teenage, we
And that
Yeah,
was even
that-
with like, I mean, you at least had your mom and them that were like, if this is what you want to do, like we'll buy, you know, you got like your first lifting set for Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
And all that. Like they fully supported and like paid for the YMCA membership and drove you to the gym every day.
I guess
and, like,
when we became
when we
independent
like
adults,
lived on our own.
Yeah.
Like
it quickly $1,000 would have
paid for 3 months of rent.
Would have
You know,
helped
like,
us
That's crazy.
food.
and that's
Yeah.
and that money when it goes to the athlete, like it's intended. It's called the Colb Strong Powerlifting Scholarship. It's designed for the athlete to use it for anything powerlifting related, new equipment, gym dues, travel, meal expenses, whatever. Or go blow it on a brand new PS5. I don't
Or a
care.
CPAP. Or like whatever.
CPAP,
You know?
yeah.
Like, what do you
I don't-
need?
I'm not going to tell you what to do with your money. You can use it for whatever you want. It's intended for one thing, but again,
Yeah.
we cut the check.
Yeah.
It's yours. You do whatever you want with it.
It's to facilitate your powerlifting
Yeah,
journey,
to help
whatever
you.
that looks like.
Correct.
Yeah, because you could be the next Jimmy Kolb or Amber Hansen. You know, you could.
God
They've
help
set
you.
those records, and you can work your ass off and come get them.
We had some.
Meant to be
Paul
broken.
Lawfer said something. He hopped
Oh
on here
yeah,
a
he
second
did.
ago.
Started reverse grip benching Saturday. Used a bench pad. He said he loved it.
Nice.
Hey,
Bench backwards.
you got to bench backwards.
We love it.
Reverse grip bench, RGBP. We got T-shirts that say that too. So, yeah, like
The
that.
only acronym we have.
Yeah.
No BBC over here.
Nope. So, I think we'll end on the BBC comment there.
All right.
Thank you all for hopping on YouTube. Thank you, Instagram. Thank you.
Go to
Again,
Anderson Powerlifting. This video is sponsored by Anderson
It
Powerlifting.
seriously
And
is.
so are these two handles.
that's how we're here in this hotel room together.
Yes.
Is only because of Kevin and Anderson Powerlifting. So thank you. And
Go
hey,
You're the
check it out.
best.
Amber, what's your code?
Amber Alice 10.
Cool.
All one word.
and my code is just Colb Strong. My
Yeah.
Instagram handle. 10% off. 10% off. Use that code.
Yep.
Gets you 10% off your order. That's not a commission thing.
Yeah.
It's
I
just
mean, we
it's,
get lots from it, but
yeah. I mean,
it's
it's
not a commission thing.
yeah, but it tells Kevin like it's like athletes are doing their trying to give back a
Yeah,
little bit.
we got
Yeah.
a job to do too.
If you place an order tonight, text Jimmy or like message him,
DM
let him
me
know,
too.
and we'll package it up for you.
If we're at the office.
If we can do it.
Within,
too.
it's just
Yeah.
not sure how long we'll
You can
be
see
there.
if
Who
Kevin-
knows?
Tomorrow's
We can do
the
that.
tomorrow is the
Photo shoot.
photo shoot
Photoshop.
video op with the new marketing team. We might not be at the office very very long, but we'll be there for a minute. So
But if we do,
if we do, so again, hey guys, thanks for hopping on, benching and bullshitting with myself, Jimmy Kolb, and we got Amber Hansen as a guest this week. And
Loved it.
Sunday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
it's our normal time.
Normal
It was-
time.
yeah.
We're in Dallas, Texas, a little bit different this time, but
Texas with a dollar sign.
yeah, everything's bigger down here. So, thank you. We'll see you guys next week. Until then, take care.